And today I deal with you with two amazing guests. I will introduce them to you shortly. Me now your favorite host, Mulku Sulaiman Bangura, and if you listen to me on Radio 99.3 FM Epic Radio, we want to say we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. And also, if you watch us on Facebook as well, thank you so much. And thank you to all the way on the watch we, don't they patronize the show, don't they comment on the show. God bless you now. And I hope say, whatever with the information they will give out here, so it will give you enough satisfaction if they put them into action and they make an attempt on some of the opportunities there. So thank you. And you can join me on the show as well. You can send me text message on 079994993. Or you can call, on 079994993 if you get questions, you get comments, you get any contributions. So stay with me. Today we get a very good show, an amazing show for you. We get an amazing ride. We get two phenomenal guests for you today. So stay with us and enjoy your favorite show with the country every Tuesday, brought to you by Epic Radio and also by Mulku Sulaiman Bambu. Stay tuned and I'll come back shortly.
It don't get tired now. Famous and the name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a flight to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like now they buy now. Turn up, cause me I let it turn down and let it run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future.
Okay, so just a quick recap of what we do last week. Last week we started a new topic. We did talk about international education. And we start to talk about scholarships and fellowships, where these are the obvious, myths them and, people are not too familiar with them. So we try to break them down. And we get 1 hour. You were stuck with me for 1 hour. Try for just explain to you the differences. And as this month, we have to focus on that specifically. Probably we have to go into next month, Seth, because we're not done yet. We get a lot of things that would line up for you for explain all things about international education. One for by the time this program they done, by the time they done this session, you will be motivated enough for go online and search for opportunities and start applying, and you believe say you'll get either a fellowship or a scholarship. So today on topic, and we start with as we don't start already, but we start with fellowship specifically, and next week we jump into scholarship. So we just want to focus on fellowship. I bring you two people we don't attend fellowship. So let not like I say, oh, this manager they talk to in a normal way. No, we need to see people that we don't attend before. We need to see people that we don't get the experience in the past. So no. So I bring you people that we don't get experience before. We don't go through them, and we don't learn so much, and we fellowship don't improve their lives and professionally. So them people here, they are like your everyday people we see. They are like people that you can relate to. They are like people where you just see, perhaps see them somewhere, or you go in an office to see them somewhere. You can highly relate to these people. And so then people are now bring to today for can explain to you, then you experience we then go the fellowship. So with me, I get two guests. One go the Mandela Washington Fellowship recently, and it just returned, and another one attend the Acumen Fellowship. I get with me Avril Pratt, and Avril Pratt Naingo Acumen Fellowship in 2019, and also I get with me Isatu Mansaray. We just returned from the Mandela Washington Fellowship. Good evening, women. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Ona, thank you for coming this show. So, as not listen to a brief background one only and the foundation one only, I really want to explain. Just feel free for share your experience, because you don't know who's girl picking the donkey and who's boy picking the donkey and that way, or somebody in a mid-level career really look for opportunities like this and make them believe say themselves can get this opportunity. So I will start with you, Isatu. So just tell me small thing about yourself professionally.
Okay, family, Muna, good evening and thank you for listening to me today. And as Mr. Bangura don't say, Mina Isatu Mansaray, a 2024 Mandela Washington Fellow. Mina a project officer for Caritas Freetown, who's how they implement disaster resilience building projects in slum communities. So basically, I work in vulnerable communities, when they call some communities the coastal line communities, where some people can get poor access to facilities where we project the cater for enhancing livelihood and see how best to be able to make them feel as human beings. So now this are the work on, and also on disaster and also on waste management. So I get a very vast work what I do on humanitarian and climate change and disaster management.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so over to you, Avril Pratt. Tell us what you do professionally.
Okay, Fambul, good evening. Mina Avril, and they work on a project called Invest Salon. So Invest Salon are a private sector development program. It's a UK-funded program, and the focus now on enhancing development within the economy, and we do so by, one, facilitating investment in businesses. We also, they support businesses for export. Then our business, we get products that way export oriented, as well as we look at issues them where they affect the growth of business within the business environment in a salon, where we call the enabling environment. So they work with both public and private sector stakeholders as well as civil society organizations for address some of their issues. Then they will go help for create an enabling environment so that business is the way they now this country go thrive and go grow, not only within Sierra Leone, but in the international and global market.
That's an amazing work, being a part of such a huge project for help, people in the private and also in the public sector. That's good. You see, we get very important people and that we meet today. So why you did do what you did do, Avi? Why you lack food? Because I know you have been in this field, if not specifically in this field, but you have been dabbling and dabbling in this field for quite a while.
Yep.
Family now also wants to know why you gravitate towards this particular sector, this particular field, why you do what you do.
To answer your question, I go relate to something where I end up use for define myself, and I go on for define myself as a catalyst, and where relate to why I do it I do. So my passion or my purpose, we are able for identify myself, who am I? Who that's not Avril. I'm that person where you go see as a catalyst, somebody where they for support businesses, people for grow. And so for me, it's about what are the challenges where businesses or people they face, and how can I help for solve some of them problems then they. So what's in they drive me towards doing what I do, whether it's for this program and a few other things that I work on, it's about facilitating the growth in people as well as businesses.
That's amazing. How about you, Isatu? Why do you do what you do?
For me, it comes from a very personal reason, because me as somebody who grew up in a very poor environment, we mama strive so much for bringing me up, so I get that passion for help people. So from when I was small, I like for help people. So growing up, I always again I help to people where I feel vulnerable. I got a very unique story of one power where I be end I help to, where I think say from that point I get passion for do this. So where I come to apply for Caritas Freetown and job, and then send me at the slum, I was happy because I think now that I get for sure what I really do and what I love for do, and people go appreciate what you do. Because if you give help to people, then they appreciate them. They get a very good instinct inwardly from you, not only from the salary. Because when we go Caritas Freetown, we then decide for sending to that project, see some people then turn on that because of the money. Me enter Caritas as a volunteer because I be so see as a platform for life for give out to people, give back to society, because me mama be don't give out in sacrifice for bringing me up. So me see back as a need for them back give out to people. And so I do this because of the passion I get for help people and the love I want for show to people and make how they do it how they do.
That's amazing. Service to people. So for you it's about service. And that's one thing we not come on our Sierra Leone again. People not just visiting them for do something out of the goodness of their heart for support people. We always put monetary value, always they attached to the services or they end up. Say, I'm free to know again. And there is a quote where somebody can always say, you're supposed to be able to identify opportunities where there is no money attached.
Sure.
You know, because if you want to be a leader in the future, you have to learn how to serve.
Yep.
And then if you serve, trust me, it's a pathway that, you know, there's always a way we God is they turn them back, that service they come meet you. You know, so it's a very unique story. Why? So at what point in your professional life you realize, say, you seek for fellowship, like you want for grow professionally? At which point in your professional life? Because I want to make you tell a story where they take me now to, you know, you being the Mandela Washington Fellow. But at which point you begin seek for, you know, professional development?
Okay, so as I say, I enter Caritas as a volunteer, and I don't do it for over 5 years now.
Yeah.
So, like, as I say, the work the way I do, all these years I done the work, and as I say, there is need for improvement.
Okay.
So, there is the only way I go for improvement, where I apply for the fellowship here and see how I go for enhance my abilities. So, I don't, as I say, I not just enter Caritas and apply for fellowship. As I say, I don't do something first. I don't create a platform. I don't identify what I want to do, and I don't earn my own skills and get something for show, because then fellowship I get forget something where you show forth for me, then see yes, you capable for go and forget this award. So I do it I for do first. I work as a volunteer for over 3 years at the volunteer at Caritas with, and they build me own CV for see how best I go for attack for come for fellowship. So I not just gap or just on the blues for apply for fellowship. I just don't do something first. Don't build myself up individually and then go now for get further help from fellowships.
That's great. You see, you served for 3 years, so you already paid your dues to society, and God said, you know what? Like you want this woman with this opportunity.
Yeah.
Avril.
Yes. So I can remember back in, I think it, because me now it's 2019 Acumen Fellow, and I can remember back my journey back then started in, I think in 2017, 18, that's where I able for begin to identify myself towards development, in the development field. So I remember I look at my life and I feel like, say, no, I not just want for the go 9 to 5, because I've been in a work where it's just 9 to 5, do normal professional in a corporate world, but then how can that relate to contributing to development impact? So I moved on to taking an opportunity we get for do with, working with farmers. So that's where I started. And for me, I feel like the happiness come from the idea, see, now, the development opportunity, it's about helping some of these some people will call micro and small businesses, where they work with farmers, so that these micro businesses go grow, but in the same way, then they strengthen the relationship with these farmers, and the farmers themselves, they're able to grow. It means they'll create economic activity for them. So it's not just about, as a farmer, you just sit down for wait, for instance, for waiting somebody they can't give you, but with waiting the farmer gets, you understand, there's an opportunity being created for them for generate income, which is a farming activity, and then sell some of these products to these small businesses when at the market, and then it'll go up the chain. So for me, it started with how I can begin for create impact down. So I always think about, I need to be better. This is not where I want to be. And I feel like, say, I need to give back, or I need to impact society the way I want for. It's just 9 to 5, go and do the job, and that's it. So it started all back then there. And since moving to this development field, then I begin to get fulfillment. Because one thing I go reflect back on is, I remember working with a particular small business owner in Cambia, and one of the things then doing something out of joy as well, it's really something where they bring fulfillment in me. So one of the things the way I find fulfilling is that at the end of it, the guy he been so happy that they come back and say, Avril, look, this is how far I've grown. Because of you XYZ advices, these are the things they want to do. Now they do this for farmers, they do that for farmers. So to me, that fulfillment come out of that, and I begin to realize, now I become happy, and this is where I think I need to be and do more of. So then that's where it started. And then, fortunately, Acumen then came in 2019.
Okay.
Where
How you about Acumen?
Oh.
Because my next question is how
Okay.
you about Acumen and what impromptu for apply and how you go about the application. Yeah.
Okay, so with Acumen, so me and Apostle as well, like for research, find out about what's happening, what's the next thing, because number one, it's not about saying, yes, I am tired, or saying, okay, now I need for grow, but also go in search of waiting exist. So I always been there online, they look out for opportunities, they look out for waiting relate to what they do.
But first, sorry, sorry for cut you off. Tell us with the Acumen Fellowship.
Okay.
Yeah, so people will understand.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Acumen Fellowship, it's they come up from what we call the Acumen Academy.
Okay.
So the Acumen Academy, it's a foundry, it's a whole school of social change, where actually there's, I'd say it's kind of a university where they offer courses to people, them, individuals, businesses, them, where they're into the passion of creating social change in the society, in the world at large. And based on that, Acumen look at the idea, say it's not just about creating causes now. How can we then identify people, leaders, potential leaders in the society in different parts of the world, where we go engage with, and now put some of these causes into practical terms. So now we get to discuss what are the challenges, and we get to work with them for understand, okay, now it's not just leadership for creating social change. What it means to the next person, and how practical it is for the work where the person they do. So the fellowship was created for that purpose. And Acumen gets different, I'd say different foundries, wherein you get a fellowship for the global, but also West Africa. So for West Africa, this was the very first time where they come with it, because one of the things where they realize is that Africa or West Africa not been the part of the fellowship program over the years. So specifically, they may get for intensify or narrow down the search for West African leaders, and then start up. That was the very first fellowship where they organized for West Africa.
So you're the first cohorts from West Africa. You
Yes,
guys are part
absolutely.
Of the first cohort. That's
Yeah.
good. Now, how was it virtual or in person?
So it's a blend of both. The
Okay.
fellowship itself, it's a blend of both. But I tell you, again, it's also so. Once you apply, you get to go through a rigorous selection process, wherein it's not just about writing what you do, but you get to show what you do through an in-person selection conference. And the fellowship program, it's a 1-year program.
1 year.
Where they take, there are 5 sessions, 5 different seminars, both in person and blended. So what happens is over the course of time, within 2-3 months, we go the first seminar wherein the specific topics they want to handle, but after the face-to-face, and then there is also virtual, wherein. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. So in-person because it's, one thing I forgot to mention is that it's West Africa, so they focus on 5 countries, Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, and the Gambia. These were the applicants during the 10-day where we be applied. And so what in the foundry do, what in the academy do is that they identify locations them. So it's not just Acumen based in Nigeria, then get a headquarters in Nigeria, but then the first fellowship program, our seminar was in Nigeria, but then subsequent ones were different locations. So we even get one at Salon, another one we've been doing Ghana as well. So you get the opportunity not only for meet with fellows in person, but also for see as well the countries from other people, fellows, their perspective, and understand what it look like Ghana or Nigeria and Gambia, as the case may be, depending on who side and select for hold the seminar within that particular fellowship year.
Oh, that's good. That's very, intense. You just give a lot of information about how important it is. So whoever they into the social change business, whoever they into the development sector, that's a very unique fellowship for apply to. And how many people then go? Just a quick one. How many of them are we select at the time?
Okay, so for Sierra Leone, so we were a total of 20 fellows, and Sierra Leone we were about 5 of us, which was a really good number being represented at that time.
Okay. Thank you so much. So over to you, Isatu. Which are the Mandela Washington Fellowship? How you hear about Mandela Washington Fellowship, and what was the application process like for you?
Okay, so the Mandela Washington Fellowship na Barack Obama initiative where it creates for see how best you go for empower African leaders. So this initiative starts 10 years ago, so we celebrate 10 years anniversary. We are the lucky, yes, so now with the 10 years between them. So it's actually about identifying potential leaders in Africa and see how best to be able to empower them with capacity building and networking opportunities in the United States. Okay. So the fellowship now for purely for African leaders, and for we now be 700 we them select. We represent 29 African countries we represented at the US. Okay. So the fellowship about networking and see how best to be able to build capacities for African leaders. Okay. So maybe hearing about this fellowship from a friend. Okay. Where we send them for me through WhatsApp. So you don't do a lot. You do in the humanitarian field. Yeah. You deserve to apply for this and see how best you give for pursue what you do. Okay. So I started my application 2 years back. Okay. From the first time I applied, then they turned me down because maybe my essays not be that too strong because you get for show what you don't write to the right what you do. They show what you do. Yeah. So I began to learn from my past essays. I look at the past essays, see the mistakes they want to make, and see how best I go for correct them for this current one where make her become selected for this particular one. Okay. So over 700 African leaders, now just 10 become up from Sierra Leone. We now with 10 come up from Sierra Leone, and the application process is so rigorous, it's so tense because if I don't tell you for Sierra Leone, over 1,000 may apply for this fellowship this year. Yeah. So now just with 10 they select. So after your application, if you say very strong enough, after they go through rigorous reading, they don't screen and they don't find out say very strong, they call now for an interview. Okay. For go verify if now you write yes, because we now see now AI day. Yeah. So the interview process now for go verify if what you write if actually now you write them. So basically most of the questions when they ask now the essay now based on what you write now at the interview now based on what you write now your essay. So if you not so you write your essay, then you call you for an interview, then there is no way you're able to deliver. So the fellowship is about networking because, as I say, networking is very key because they want for see how best you're able to empower you and come back home for implement what you don't learn. Yeah. It's about capacity building and networking. Yeah. We go now different 24 universities now the states. We happen for building at California, Davis University, UC Davis University in California. We are under the leadership because the fellowship gets 3 tracks. Yeah. We get the public management track, we get the civic engagement track, and we get the business track. Yeah. So maybe happen based on what you the right, give for no whose track you. So maybe we fall under the public management track, where we go to now different universities according to your track we do. If you have civic engagement track you day, get to side and for go more on civic engagement. So because of me track where I be find myself, I be find myself now California, UC Davis University in California. Okay. So the fellowship, as I say, it's very intense because where you go to get a lot of trainings.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to now. I want to let you. So, but before I go into that, the quick one. People like you always say, oh, then here, then get people they want to give U.S. Embassy don't select to that, they want for select, or Acumen Fellow they don't select to that, they want for select. Would that then the read and assess applications?
So,
for Mandela Fellow.
So I think this question will come up for one me party way say, hey, no so then can't in the buy space.
Exactly. People always think like that.
Yeah, so I was like, this one, there's no way you go for influence, not even the embassy in a salon gets hands in your application. Exactly. So when you write your application, they send out a different country. Somebody from Salon, they even read your application. Exactly. Maybe somebody from Gambia or other country, they read your application, and they get for go through 10 people and them. From the first person they read and down to the last person. So they go and screen until they reach to the finalist when they call for an interview. So there is no way you go say this you go pay for me and give you space.
Thank you so much. And they get an independent body where they call IX.
Yes, the IX.
Yes. And they handle all the applications.
Yes,
embassy not get no hand stay.
Nah.
So Acumen, how about Acumen Fellow?
Okay. So with Acumen, you so the first thing is with the application, then get. Of course, Acumen self they select which we call independent people them we not even can know when then they look and assess your application. Exactly. So there is a phase to it. The first phase you go through, you don't write maybe the basic, and then they send them back to you now where you need to go in depth in your write up. Now even that not guarantee you a place. So because you get for going at the selection conference, probably you go feel say, well, I don't be selected for go selection, so now this is an opportunity, but no. And in the selection conference, that's where you meet. I remember the told ago we were, I think about 100 or 100 and something, where and at 20 only they want.
Wow.
And everybody, it's more like a competitive place wherein you get for show waiting you they do. It's not about talking, say, well, me, I they make a change in my society. No, it's how, waiting, how you don't they do them. It's not even now. So what you don't they do. And then they even look at how you they relate to you camping in the selection conference. So it's not just.
So who the selection conference in do? Who the whole that?
So the time where I do, it was in Ghana, I think.
And it's a fully paid trip. Now
Yes,
fly you,
fully paid trip.
Nothing you pay.
Not you need pay.
Okay.
Go. All you need for do now for prepare for go defend you.
For
go defend you.
Yeah. So you're not going to worry about side for sleep.
No.
And
No,
how long?
I think it's 2 days. 2 days conference.
See how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
An opportunity for you for travel. Some people don't even know travel to go Ghana yet. But go see Ghana.
Yeah.
You get 2
If
days.
you not choose this, if you don't travel.
Exactly.
And I'm my first step for go Ghana as well.
So it's a beautiful experience, you know. If they're not choosing this, at least you get the experience and you connect with other people and peers and across there.
Yeah.
So if you just join me with the we get two guests with me today. You know, Avril Pratt, winner Acumen Fellow 2019, and then we get Isatu Mansaray, winner Mandela Washington Fellow 2024. It just come. We talk about the fellowship experience on Talk to M. So you can text me, you call me for just give you comments or contributions or questions if you get questions for ask on 079-994-993. So if you listen to Winner also on Facebook, thank you for joining me. We will continue the conversation, but we will take a quick break and then we will talk about the experience itself, which everything they, how they go through and what they enjoy, what they learn, and then, and more. So, join you back shortly.
Down on me, where don't make me feel like say, my life no go become something, and they walked away. All the people who promise for help me, they say come office today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. You wanna see me life now? It don't get better now. Famous standing name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a flight to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like I buy now. Turn up, cause me I let it turn down. I let it run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. For this one where we live, people go come inside you life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The reason why someone go stay, now only God know. The reason why someone go. Now God himself know. Me brother, me I don't go regret.
Good evening again, family, and welcome again to your favorite show, Talk to M. I really come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. And this is now your weekly show. We really bring to you for help young people for navigate life, navigate the tough times in life, and give them opportunities, show them opportunities, point to side. Then we'll get opportunities for improve their lives, whether in entrepreneurship, in education, in their social aspect, wherever it is. So today, we topic we talk about now my fellowship experience as this month we handle international education. And today we get two guests, Isatu Mansaray and Avril Pratt, Avril Acumen Fellow 2019 and Isatu Mandela Washington Fellow 2024. So, Isatu, tell me about your experience. Like, what you will learn in America? What you will learn now you see this? How was the experience like? Because I am also a Mandela Washington Fellow, so I understand how is it. So I don't know what's in there going. So you share your experience of humble and waiting at us. What's gonna make? What you tell family we're gonna make? If you did now, if you say qualify, go apply tomorrow.
Okay. So for start with, if you think so you qualify, it means so you get something where you do, where they create an impact. Not time so you just sell for can attend Mandela Washington Fellow fellowship. So you get get something where they create positive impacts for you apply for this fellowship. And as I said, the fellowship now very tense capacity building 6 weeks because now a fully funded fellowship from the way they call you for an interview. From even that day they bring you transportation, inward transportation, up to the way they go to the US. So it's fully funded. So for the 6 weeks over within our UC Davis, I get to learn a lot. So we get a lot about what we do because UC Davis now, like as I said, a public management track. We get people in waste management, like climate change, disaster. We get people in the energy sector. So we get a blend of people. So I'll be there with 21 and 24 other fellows from 21 different countries. Okay. So for now, I can even both say as I can go at any other country, I'll get a contact to what they call on.
That's good.
So one thing that about the fellowship, where they bring you with other people, they create a bridge between you and other people. So another thing again where I learned from the fellowship and that to get for respect, one thing about the cohorts, then give away the best cohort so far for Davis. Okay. So we respect time because we'll not be the good for them can wait for we. So we always do it. But again, we learn a lot about networking. We get somebody who we call Mary, we have somebody who is very good at networking. Okay. Mary and they plan every event for we. Okay. They make way for me, like me, I not be get time for schedule for do me activities. But for my community fellowship, I get an hour for plan myself now for achieve something. Okay. Before now, I can just grab everything, one for do everything together, one not able for achieve the desired result. But from where I go, I don't strategize my mind, think of what I want to do, create a schedule, and try to achieve my task the way I want to do. So the fellowship, it's about a lot. A lot. If you want to get in energy sector, for me, one thing I want to take away is that I forget network with people already into what I want to can do back home. Okay. Because you get forget something you can do back home. Yes. So when I'm me, focus now for see how best to do for manage waste and waste management. Okay. So I get a lot of contacts for people who do effective waste management. Over the way, if I'm ready for implementing projects today, I just say one call away or email away. That's and good. Also for respect email. Wow. Yeah. Americans use email like WhatsApp. So so then they make I don't use now every minute, every day now they check my email. Okay. Before now I don't get time for my email. I just want but for now we get because you get people where they and then I'll just email and they communicate with. So you get for the check email and I know see from I get for ready for implement my project. I get people I get for look up to for guardians and all for if for direct me how for go about them.
So that's good. That's
it's
good.
A lot.
That's good. So Avril, you said just share with me what was your experience like?
I'd say I would define my experience as a sort of a life-changing journey, and I'd say this back up with just a few things. So the fellowship program itself, that's the 1 year program itself gets, I mentioned, say there are 5 different seminars, and there are specific topics that where we look at. One get to do with good society reading. So we look at text, social text them where don't they be developed by or be written by people and we don't tell when have been good leaders in the society like Martin Luther King and few others. We look at their life and how they've been there, what thing make them behave the way they behave. The reason why we do that now for understand, first of all, we society in Africa, what it means for us, leadership means for us, usai we come out. Because if we need to understand, first of all, usai we come out, then what do we do now, then usai we want to go. So that are one key thing where we discuss, where we do throughout this, the fellowship. Also, we look at some other thing called adaptive leadership, and then they get to do with how you manage how you lead, but in a way wherein you're not necessarily forcing. I mean, leadership, people can use leadership as just a position. No, it can be a way where you influence others. So it's how you look at your styles and your approach to influencing people to do what you think, say, what's the idea that you want for make, lead, and carry through. Also, we also do another thing called polarity management, where you get to talk about the fact, say, different people take a different view, and then views, then these could be values where they hold strongly to themselves. So it's an idea of how can you hold your own value, but also hold the other person in all value as well.
Exactly.
We're contradictory to you, but
things can be
two
right.
exactly. But able for still in your leadership capacity work. You understand, with these contradictory views and create a change in that. And I don't talk about good society reading, polarity management, adaptive leadership. Oh, authentic voice, and this is now one of my favorite session. Okay. And I go say, it helped me, in fact, able for identify me authentic voice. Okay. So it's about telling you story or telling stories in ways where you communicate your own value. So there is always this question where we ask yourself, what are we value? What you they stand up for as Avril? Okay. What is it? You understand? And so how you able for tell your story? You know, many times people can just want for say, oh no, do this. But one of the things that we look at is there is power in how you tell your story, and also it creates an impact for influence people for act the way where you understand one for influence them for act. Yeah. So authentic voice now something where I really hold to very high esteem.
I'm impressed. Since 2019, you still remember most of all the things there. So I'm impressed. Yes, Isatu. You don't remember now? Eh?
Yes. And so one thing about the fellowship now that then they get inclusion, diversity and inclusion, because you know, say now the world how the world they go now. Yes, there is a lot of division. So the fellowship they promotes inclusion in every aspect. So one thing I admire about the states now that everybody gets a space in the building. For example, the hotel will be there, accessible to everybody.
Yeah. Disabled.
Yes, disabled, physically challenged, you visually impaired, whatever. So then creates a room for let you not think say because of somebody with physically challenged, you know, for apply for the scholarship. No. Then they encourage themselves for apply more than you think say you okay. Yeah. So now one part where I just admire about the fellowship because it may help for creates an enabling environment so that we feel say they're not left out of society. Yeah. And also again, we get what we call the Ignite Talk, where we get an authentic voice, where we get an Ignite Talk. So if anybody attend Mandela Washington Fellowship, you know, say you get forgiven an Ignite Talk. So that talk is something where you're passionate about, where you want to let people hear and listen from you. So everybody who attend the fellowship get an Ignite Talk. So you wake me this minute when I just 3 to 5 minutes talk. You wake me at any time before you recite me Ignite Talk off air. So now one thing anyway, that's something we so passionate about. Where I want for people to know about me. Where I don't build that story. And at any time you ask for Ignite Talk, when I just 3 to 5 minutes, so you're able to tell you.
Quickly, what are you most shocking? I know say what shock you the most? I know so California is a liberal state and we all get with prejudice, whether you like it or not. It's a natural thing. You know, we all get prejudice. And Salon, we know how come on, we get a lot of prejudice. So where you go in and now, it's different. It's a society, it's a liberal society. Which shock you the most?
What shock me the most? The way how you man in the respect time. We're gonna shop for go buy something at store. Exact 9. So we don't close. Me and Serena and colleague hope this is gonna watch this. So there's so respect time. Yes. So there is no way they go for compromise on in time. So if Whitman say will they go now this journey where they will be going with coordinator, they coordinate activities them. They calculate traffic, they calculate everything, and they reach exact to the time. Yes. So I want to see how best we as if we begin for respect time that half. That's half. Yes, because there's no way you do for compromise. You're going to shop and say we don't close.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So and again, then discipline because the environment will be fairness now a very Creole setting Davis way. Like some of who they feel like this is not the America they see in a picture. This is one kind. We not see any skyscrapers. We not see just one quiet village, but they are so welcoming. The people are so welcoming and so respectful. And again, they don't get respect for title. For say you call me doctor, no, call me Isatu. So like we find it difficult for adapt to that because the condensers will get I mean a doctor. But it's from the very first they say Mina just call me Karen. So like we were like Salon Africa, you know good one. So like we begin Antica and they say no, I'm Karen.
You say I work for my name and suffer for me.
Yeah, so we take good time for adapt.
Call me title.
Yeah, for calling by the name. I make him not get time for title. Yeah.
All right. So Avril, how about you? What's not the most shocking part of the experience, like culture shock?
Really I think culture shock we're Africans.
I know. Yeah, but it could be amazed how different we are.
Yes. Yeah. So I think I don't want to even go over the thing about time, because for me, yes, one of the things that we, in fact, we be, wait a minute, even though we are Africans, we've been so concerned about is time. In fact, 5 minutes to the fact now that when we don't say 9 for start, 5 minutes all man for don't dinner the room. In fact, if you not come 5 minutes to, there is a way where it could be there's a way where you go.
Then they look at you and say, come on.
And you say they say next time. In fact, I don't need for it again. Yeah, but also I feel I get the sense of welcoming from everybody. So you know where we can then a salon, they feel say, I mean this time a salon brother and I'm a salon sister, so now you know man know. But then you go back to another African country and they are so welcoming, that they're so caring, that I mean me get some funny experience where I felt so much love that I was like, wow, this is not even before we go through the fellowship experience.
Oh, wow. Wow. I got during the selection process.
No, this was the first seminar.
Okay.
So
seminar.
I got I missed my flight, so I missed the first few days.
Okay.
And the way where they handle just my situation, just for make sure say I able for get to the seminars, you understand, even the next few days, it was amazing. And for what I reached, the way people they welcome me, so I'm like, okay, who don't know me? You don't even know me. You don't even know me. And to Isatu point about, it's the same about the network. So the thing about the fellowship, it's not just the network. It's not just go and learn or the social change you're making or maybe this idea. Some of these things in the first place where you learn, are things then where you did face every day now your workplace in the first place. So they're encouraging you for talk about these things. And one of the main thing where I feel like to some extent we need for build more of that salon is we build a community of trust.
True.
Every one of my cohort member, I guarantee you, Moku, I trust them enough for tell them waiting they happen to me. In fact, we're so accountable to ourselves that if I take a couple of weeks, nobody, I know they talk, somebody from Nigeria or Ghana just WhatsApp me say Avril, or somebody go say, I know they see Avril, waiting they happen. So we're checking on ourselves, but also we will be accountable. In fact, people are going to ask me, say, because people know me as somebody where they do sports, Avril, waiting they happen. You they train again, you still they go. So they're making me more accountable. And we build on that network. And another thing I want to mention is that the potential of partnership, just towards the end, we get people, and this is not to buy country where they say, we not Jamana, we no more there. No. We get people, like one, I go remember one of me fellow in Crystal, way in Nigeria, and he gets a foundation called Irede, way for the disabled. Okay. So physically challenged, sorry. Yeah. So this person, just because of his story and what they do, you get people from Salon, Ghana, where we all just come and rally around for see how we can support, for promote just in agenda, not only in Nigeria, but also in Salon, in Ghana. Yeah. And these are the kind of partnership, even beyond that, we're talking to ourselves. We look at more partnerships than what we do as well, within amongst ourselves, and we also they encourage others. So we're building a community. One thing I forget to mention is the fact that after the fellowship, it's not just we done, so now yes, goodbye, hug ourselves. No, that's when you become an Acumen Fellow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what's a fellowship is about. After the fellowship.
So even we were there into climate change. We currently get somebody from Senegal, from Malawi, from Zimbabwe, and Ghana, and Nigeria who try for work on a particular project as a cohort. Yeah. So not so individually or as a country, or we just get that bond. They say we need to do something. So we identify one country where we think so need for go implement, and see how best to go for doing. So the fellowship will start after the fellowship.
Yeah, exactly. Now you get unlimited access to resources,
unlimited
access to network. Yeah. You peers 7 years after my fellowship, I still
in contact.
All my fellows. I left now today. I said I go any other country in sub-Saharan Africa, and they get carpet to the
same here.
So it's everlasting, and these people throughout my professional career, they have helped. They have been super, super, super helpful. I can't even speak to how much helpful they have been, in my professional career. So that's what fellowship does for you.
Yeah.
So quickly, don't talk about impact. How you see the impact, because I know you just come, so you just fresh.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're not going to begin feel them yet. Maybe over a couple of months you will begin feel the impact. How has this experience impacted your work currently? Since you returned, and how you don't able for how you don't manifest in your day-to-day relationship with your staff, your beneficiaries, people outside your family and stuff like that. Just
Yeah, so like we get one course we call the leadership curriculum, where they try for see how you for build the capacity as a leader, because we all we there now, we all are leaders.
Yeah.
So like we already get the salon perspective of how leaders they operate, where we want to change that narrative. So we get a lot of leadership games so we play with the sit down and reflect on, see how best I go for empower myself.
Okay.
And also then give me a leadership book,
Okay.
a leadership challenge book, where most times I can go back to that book and read that now my handbook. Because the more you read, the more you try for implement and the more become part of you.
Okay.
Because for change a whole narrative, easy.
Yes.
So we all know say we get challenged with bosses and all for that you can't change it that way. And again, when we come, people they expect much from you.
Yes.
So it be so heavy on we.
Okay.
So we go for need time for rest,
Yeah.
refresh, and see how best you go before start up again.
Yeah.
So like for me, as you say, I just come
Yeah.
and I still dey read and try for implement. But again, as I say, when I go to my office, I say, wait till I can start on this office. I say, we can't begin waste segregation.
Okay.
The boss was, he say, I say yes, we need for segregate to waste. I say, I need account it. So like now you look on me now, I need for buy me own dustbin and me boss me for buy those. I say they buy them.
Okay.
And label them. I will start from there. I say, now I'm my own project. So we go to me go to America. Say
Yeah.
America and segregate the waste.
Yes.
So charity begins at home. So from the office, I want to say they buy dustbin. They will begin segregate to waste. We I mean project one for implement. So like as you say, I just come and they try for build my ideas then together.
Yeah.
But again, my cohorts very supportive. Every month we get a monthly meeting where we all now the cohorts don't present we proposal and so one somebody we call the secretary of the cohort where they compile all and see the challenge that they face and see how best thing for help we. So like we cohorts the help again a lot. So but me want for start my own implementation in January. But I want for start for my segregation at my office
Okay.
where I want my office
That's
and
a
my
start.
host.
That's
Yeah.
a good start. That's
Yeah.
a good start. How about you, Avril?
So yeah, I mean, I don't take a couple
don't
of years
own now.
now.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
lot. So,
Talk about the impact.
so yeah. So I feel like the first thing is one of the things them way I do is first of all, me life. What are the things that we now I need for incorporate? And I talk about authentic voice.
Yeah.
So I remember some time ago, before I've been going to Acumen, one feedback where one of my boss tell me is, Avril, you need for the speak up more. You need for the share your thoughts. It's not because you get really valuable point, but they show up more.
Okay.
And it come up from background and all of that.
Yeah.
So
Society.
exactly. So because of that, one thing where I decide to do first of all is now speaking up more. And then they first of all create a really, really good impact in my work, because now after a while I am being seen. Not only that, okay, then people and they look at say, oh, I feel capable for handle this. Okay, I feel capable. Then also even with managing some of the challenge, because the thing is about solving problems. My work is about solving
leaders.
everything.
Leaders
solving
solve problems.
How we
Yeah.
do. So it's not about this person. I mean, we deal with public and private sector, and most times people elect for play the blame game. Now then people now they do okay, no, now the government. But how will you understand? We need to understand how the government they think, how the public sector they think, what is success mean for them. You where they do you own as a private sector, what is success mean for you, then how you measure them. Then you they look at now, coming in, how we can bring all two together for make things work. So I'll say that today, than they are they use in my work. And because our program, I would say it's so much adaptive that you have to every day think about, it's not to get jacket, you get to think about this problem they with this business, this problem they with and they face with maybe some of issues with the public sector, etc. But how can we come in? Some business then they face problem around business development. How can I come in? Because personally, my own role there about developing business for become investment ready or export ready, and as well as fostering some linkages. So every day, me day to day, I get for look at how are they manage people and views. How are they able for say, okay, you understand and this way, but me understand and this way. Okay, this now your own success, right? We say your own success now this. Then we came for say now how we can align. So a lot of this thing, authentic voice, me leadership, adaptive leadership, even the polarity where I talk about, and system thinking. So the ultimate aim is, and most times people can look at where they into development, but now for just make them see say you dey go give this. You know, now you get some people and we just they do things for the face of the public. And personally, for me, waiting thinking how much are they create a sustainable impact. So one of the things that even where we look at now the fellowship is how we they create a long lasting impact. Where it really fits in with me work where they do. So I'm not just to do something for say, okay, now this business need for grow. No. This business, waiting at the thing we go make in 2 years after the program, or 3 years or 5 years, is still in us stand. How we can able to address the risk there. So it's for me, it's about everyday solving problems, addressing some of these challenges, and there's no right answers. At times you get wrong, you get it wrong, but that's something where you learn and grow.
As women, I can't speak because I'm a man, but you know, I understand we live in a patriarchal society, and even at the job place, you know, like you start to speak to it, say. Then begin to say speak up, and it is because you know the society, you know, they provide that kind of environment to make you speak up. As you don't begin to talk, so set you up to say, you know, go na corner. But how did you feel like this fellowship empowered you to speak up more and be present more and try to break the glass ceilings in your professional life? You know, even at home sometimes. You know, how you feel, how this fellowship empower anybody can take this.
Yeah, so for me as somebody will be very shy, and I even tell me focus igniter coach say you don't do something for me, because previously I used to shy for talking in public, and so like the fellowship don't empower me more. Don't make I don't know say yes I did do something, because we most times we can still say we need to do nothing. So then tell you say take a break on yourself and realize you do something, because until then you give for speak up for yourself. Not allow person for intimidate you because you think you need to do nothing. So like then don't gonna give you the empowerment. Say yes, you as long as you do means you create an impact. So therefore no say yourself you do something, and sometimes take a break on yourself, because most times with the system we need to do enough. So like for me, especially with coaching and with leadership coaching, and also we ignite and talk coach, don't empower me more, because for now I know say yes I do something and I'm capable for and whatever they do I know say they do well. So like I just get away and out for do them. So like if you be in a boss policy, you're always right. So if me like subordinates where they work on you as self get me away for safe, this time you I think so for God, but if you listen to me. So like we don't empower, they don't empower you a lot for speak up, and especially with leadership abilities. Because most times with the fear, we even talk and say we hardly talk in our office there because of how they will see you, boss will say are you. So people are bringing up a lot of scenarios where bosses and intimidate now. Most times because we are women. So like then tell we say in a a woman, you get for speak up because you do something. So.
I mean, me case similar. So I think because of background and all of that, I feel like say, you know, that fear of okay, make her not talk. What if wait are they talking wrong? Right. You understand? You're not right.
Self-doubt. But that's what suppression does.
Exactly.
You know, you get confidence, kills your confidence.
Absolutely. And for me, I really appreciate the fact that I don't move away from that, because even coming here today, it's a show of me being able to speak, you understand, to tell my story. So I feel like, say, that's now one of the things that, in fact, we then they encourage you. In fact, in we fellowship program, every time, every day, everybody must talk something. Absolutely. We go through a process wherein if somebody says something, there's a way where they say, I realize that this person quiet. Are you okay? That's not a way for make you speak. You understand? So then you come back. So by the time you don't come on other environments where you can't recharge. And I would say fortunate because I come back in an environment, work environments where they allow me give me insight, for present, for do things. In fact, I get really good bosses then where really always can want me for just call the shot for say, this is what I want to do, this is how, but no, I'm not thinking say not this, not this. So they're giving us the platform and are so happy because quite a lot of the time, looking back, how women then, they in fact, go school, self, go back in our school. Yanda, you feel suppressed.
Yeah.
So looking back, it's a whole change process, and I feel so much empowered. I feel capacitated in ways that I don't think I'm afraid for talk any side for make me point. Regardless of whether somebody agree or not, it's not about being right. It's about being able to voice out my opinion.
So for
That's
really good
it.
thing, the Sis Fellowship will get more women than men. So like you might not say because you know you need to apply for this fellowship because now this is our time. Now the tendency now we don't get sense personal.
All right, quickly, time on the between. So, in just one word, or just maybe if you one sentence, just what you your advice to young people, we also they aspire for, grow professionally. Which you advise them?
So if you do something where they create an impact,
Especially girl beginning.
yes, not so that economy be complacent, say okay with this, strive for growth and look out for the fellowship there. So then they for help. This is not a platform where they for help you. No, so don't say okay, me I didn't me feel like okay, they get enough salary. No, you get a lot for share and not always continue for be complacent in a position where you did. Try for being your own boss. Now I will tell you as a woman with out there, if you do something very great, try for becoming your own boss. You get a lot for do the work boku for do. More or less a few people in hands. If we all come together, salon will be a better place.
When the fellowship they open again for the next cohort,
Yeah,
When?
June.
Yeah. So the fellowship they open for our application next year June.
No, next year September. Application.
Oh,
This
application.
cohort they don't close.
I know. So this
So then they go in June.
Then they go in June.
Yes. So next year September they open
So
again.
next year September 9.
Applications they open. Yeah.
So how about the Avril?
So in addition to waiting, Isatu say, I could just say one, you for be true to yourself and understand who are you waiting you want for be waiting are you waiting are you value and also be able for now look at things the way they help you for go and that's where these platforms, these opportunities, these fellowship opportunities they come in for help for shape you. So it's not about you and I am alone and I realize me I'm not alone in my journey. There are other people, many other people working tell similar stories and where we connect.
Absolutely.
And so you are not alone. So I go advise and talk to young people and say, look, begin for now. You're not too young. Now is the time for you to think about what do you want to be known as? Who are you? And then able to identify your values. Now you can able to identify whether it's Mandela Washington, Acumen, and it's not just limited to people, it's entrepreneurs as well.
Yes.
People where they work now, even public sector organization, you can apply for them.
Okay.
I go add one more thing. Yes, activists as well. I got one more thing for say we application they open this end of October, and very soon we get for do because we were in a salon. We want for push for make Sierra Leoneans they apply. So very soon once it open, we get for do once they call they out, we get for do what we call an information session, wherein people can they send them out so people can join. It's going to be a virtual session. People can ask questions. You need guide in terms of how you make your application. Definitely, you're welcome.
I can bring one back now, so and then we can get to the session.
You get one
That would
applicant
be
by your
fantastic,
side.
Mulku, and I go appreciate them quite a lot.
Sure.
So,
We'll do that.
and in unlimited to age, by the way,
Okay.
it doesn't matter
Unlike
how
Mandela.
old you are, as long as you're doing something for create a change
Social change,
in whatever you do, whether it's the government, whether you own a business, you are welcome to apply.
You are welcome to
You have
apply.
an
There
applicant.
you have it. So, I mean, this is why we did do this show. This is why we did bring, the information there to you. We want to empower young people. We want to grow professionally. And if we can do them, if we can get an experience, why for do them? We can stop you from applying. And so man, we apply one time, you fail, and they apply again.
Exactly.
You fail, and they apply again. No. I mean, nothing comes easy. Nothing the way you want now this world where you get them easy. And if you get them easy, they respect them. They value them. But when you get them the hard way, you really value them. You hold them to high esteem. You use them for, catapult yourself for go professionally. So, I mean, that's what the show is about. And we'll continue to bring you all the best, the best people, industry experts, people that can share the experience with you for empower you with out there, with the listen, with the watch, so you can become the next professional. And this is why we want for really, why would they do this? Sierra Leone, one of the ways we can grow is through entrepreneurship and having the best people, skilled people in the workforce, people we get large network around, around the world, and highly skilled in different fields and areas. And let's talk about just patch, bare minimum skills. No, I mean highly skilled in different areas. And their opportunity, then fellowship, then scholarships here, that's exactly what they do. They go there, they train you, they enhance your capacity, so that when you can deliver, you become a highly skilled professional in whatever area you find yourself. So that is what we bring you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Thank you for listening, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the administration of Epic Radio 99.3. Thank you to DJ Wonder. Thank you to me, my team, Therese, Palm, and Mohamed. Ibrahim. Sorry, I call him. I mistake by name. Thank you so much. For everybody we did part of this to make this show come to you. Next week we get a special guest with a join we. Make sure Phil. We get the Deputy Public Affairs Officer from the U.S. Embassy. They can talk to we about international education, everything you need to know about international education and all the opportunities that within the United States, where anybody can apply to. They can talk to you. So tune in next week and then and learn more. There's so much. We get so much in store for you. This show will come to you every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Thank you for being part of us. I am your guest, Muluku Sulaiman Bangura. Say tata and thank you to Avril and thank you to Isatu. Bye bye.
I no get nothing for offer. To all me party when look down on me.